You might wonder how you're supposed to protect yourself against rising grocery bills, against rising electricity bills, against rising home insurance costs and auto insurance costs, and just the costs of daily living, life becoming more expensive. We see it in Ohio, we see it across the country. And look, I think there are a lot of solutions that politicians ought to deliver to bring down those costs. But the number one practical way to make the American dream affordable in a state like Ohio is actually to defend yourself against that inflation by increasing your take-home pay, your after-tax pay. That is the most direct way that a governor, and that's what I hope to be for you in this state of Ohio, the number one way that a governor can make the American dream affordable is by putting more money in your pocket. Think about how much is deducted from your income every 2 weeks, paying state income taxes. Think about how much higher wages would be if more businesses were coming into the state with the lower income tax burden. Think about how much you're paying in property taxes even now relative to 4 or 5 years ago, or 6 years ago before the pandemic. That's a big difference that eats into your wealth, eats into how much you actually take home after you get those hard work and hard-earned earnings. You're paying that straight back to the government in many cases to waste your money. And also a lot of the regulatory taxes, the government regulations that cause your electric bills to be higher are really a form of backdoor regulatory taxation as well. So that's where my focus is. Are we going to focus on bringing down costs wherever possible? Absolutely. But politicians aren't magicians, though some would try to pretend to be. The thing a leader of this state can actually do is put more money in your pocket. And that's the difference between me and my opponent, Amy Acton. In her case, property taxes are going to go up. In my cases, we're bringing down your property taxes. In her case, income taxes are going up. In my cases, income taxes are coming down. In her case, high-paying jobs are leaving the state. In my case, as governor of this state, high-paying jobs are moving back into our state. That's how we address affordability, by putting more money in your pocket. And we'll be able to do that while also ensuring that our public schools are doing their job to prepare our kids to join the workforce. I'll say more on that pretty soon.